Hi, Grace Church. This is Thursday of Easter week, and all sorts of things happen on Thursday after the sort of quiet day of a Wednesday. All sorts of significant events happen on the Thursday. So it's Passover. Jesus begins to celebrate Passover with his disciples. It's the upper room. It's the the last the Last Supper. The communion is instituted. Jesus prays. Peter denies him. They go out to the Mount of Olives and they sing hymns, and Jesus goes into the Garden of Gethsemane and prays. And then later Judas betrays him and he's arrested. Thursday, all sorts of things happen. I want to just focus on what happens in the Garden of Gethsemane about prayer. Yesterday I encouraged us to be people that responded to Jesus' invitation to hear his teaching by being people of the word and reading our Bibles just regularly, because Jesus teaches regularly. I want to hear Jesus is praying, and a key to growth and as believers, as followers of Jesus, is to follow him into prayer. And he says in Luke 22 verse 40, pray that you will not fall into temptation. And he goes on ahead and prays and says, Lord, not my will, take this cup from me, but not my will, but yours. Putting into practice how he taught his disciples to pray. The Lord's Prayer says, our Father who is in heaven, holy is your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done. And Jesus is saying here in this moment where I know my arrest is coming, where they're going to crucify me, not my will, but your will be done. And this is the temptation. Often we can think about this temptation about some particular sin or other, but the temptation is for us to lead our lives, not your will, but my will be done. And so how are you celebrating Easter? How are you organizing your family life? How are you organizing your time? Is it around the idea of, Lord, your will be done? Or is it around the idea of, Lord, may my will be done? And this is the temptation that Jesus is facing. And this is the thing that he says to his disciples to pray, that you would not fall into the temptation of choosing your will over the will of the Father and your will over the Lord's will and the Lord's way. So let's be people who in prayer wrestle with ourselves, wrestle with the temptation to be our own masters and say, Lord, not my will, but your will be done and your kingdom come, for yours is the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Have a great day.